Hello, and welcome to the Pixel Scout channel. I'm Chris, and I will be your guide through games both classic and modern. Our first tour is through the first-person shooter Tron 2.0, which came out in August of 2003, 18 years ago. It is, of course, a sequel to the 1982 movie Tron, and if you haven't watched this movie, 1, why are you even here? And 2, this game is a direct sequel and assumes you've seen the movie. You might even want to rewatch it before continuing if you haven't seen it recently. Now, before we begin, a brief history lesson. Because those who don't learn from history miss out on a lot of cool games.
Okay. Sherman, set the Wayback Machine for
2003. 2003 was part of a golden age of gaming. It was the time of the GameCube, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. Homestar Runner was beginning the height of its popularity. YouTube didn't exist yet, neither did World of Warcraft. Netflix was just sending you DVDs in the mail. The Return of the King was the biggest movie of the year. Harry Potter was up to the Order of the Phoenix, and Full Metal Alchemist got its first anime. And also I started college. Tron 2.0 was created by Monolith Productions. Not Monolith Soft, those are the Xenoblade guys. Up to this point, they were mainly known for the Blood and No One Lives Forever shooters, which I hadn't heard of until I did this research. No One Lives Forever actually looks really interesting, and I may have to play it later. After Tron 2.0, they would be bought by Warner Brothers and make the Fear games and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, which are rather more well-known. But what else was going on with shooters in that time? Well, I wasn't really kidding about it being a golden age then. Not only were 3D graphics improving rapidly, here's the difference between Half-Life 1 and 2, released only 6 years apart, but a lot of inventive games were pushing the genre at that time and coming up with interesting game mechanics. Half-Life came out in 1998, System Shock 2 in 1999, Deus Ex in 2000, Halo in 2001, and Jedi Outcast in 2002. 2003 itself saw the first Call of Duty, released 2 months after Tron, and Half-Life 2 came out in 2004. And this is just scratching the surface. If you take a look at the system requirements for the game, you can see that the highest graphics settings need a Pentium 4. When was the last time you heard that name in gaming? With a 2 GHz core, single core mind, a whopping 512 megabytes of RAM, and a GeForce 4 Ti. 4. Tron 2.0 didn't do very well despite good reviews. It seems to have had fairly poor marketing. It got an Xbox version with the subtitle Killer App the next year, with a bigger focus on multiplayer, but that didn't help. Which is a pity, because it's got one of the most unique and fun weapons in any shooter game. But it's time to see for ourselves what makes this game still worth playing, and why it's a great sequel to Tron. One final note before we begin, I'm using a mod called the Killer App mod, named for the Xbox version. It adds the multiplayer additions from that version back into the PC version, as well as make the game playable in widescreen and some other fixes for modern systems. I suggest you install it if you decide to play the game yourself. You may see some animation errors towards the edges of the screen, especially in cutscenes since they weren't designed for widescreen. A future version of the mod promises to fix all that, but who knows when it'll be ready. Okay, let's get started. I am going to be playing on hard mode since the difficulty can be changed at any time. Haven't played this on hard mode before, so I might have to drop it back down to normal later.
Please, I've got to get back to my routing. I'm already behind on my deliveries this cycle.
You have privileges I require.
I'm just a simple email script. I
know what you are, and I know what you'll become. Tell me, what is your function?
I serve Thorn, my master user.
Jet, do you think your dad would mind if I had some of his popcorn?
Huh? Oh, sure, have all you want. Yeah?
I'm a little surprised you turned down the level 6 programming position.
Look, Dad, I know you're disappointed.
Damn right I'm disappointed. I pulled a lot of strings to get you that offer.
I'm happy making games. Life is short, Pop. I plan to enjoy it.
You sound like Flynn. Hold on, son. Mathria, run a security diagnostic.
Yes, Ellen 1.
Results.
A virus has entered the system via email. Lab drives 1, 2, and 4 infected.
Jet, we'll have to continue this conversation later.
This is a restricted area. You just can't come barging in here.
Dad?
Get your hands off me.
Dad, can you hear me? Mathria, where's my father?
Alan 2. I require immediate assistance.
What do you mean?
Contingency protocol activated.
Laser activity in 5 seconds.
Mathria, stop what you're doing!
Put on goggles. Clear digitizing bay.
And just like that, we're sucked into the computer world. Strange virus is wreaking havoc. Something's happened to Alan. And his computer program, Mathria, has pulled his son, Jet, into the digital world. Bruce Boxleitner and Cindy Morgan are from the original movie, and Rebecca Romijn Stamos is most known for Mystique from the X-Men.
Mathria, what did you do?
So you are a user. Fascinating.
Alright, it's asking if we want to do the tutorial. You do, because you get a bunch of experience points that you can't normally get. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to cut it, I think, because most of it is related to how the computer world works. So it'll save me some explanation.
Well, user, now that you've been digitized, you can think of me as your tour guide to the world inside the computer. There are a few crucial functions you'll have to learn if you hope to survive the system. I'm sending you a help file. You can view help files at any time by pressing the number 8 key.
Alright, I'll try to show these. Pause it if you want to read them.
Study them closely. They typically contain important information. When a program has something to say, a talk icon will appear above his or her head. To initiate into the conversation, approach the program and press the action key. Try it.
6 more subdirectories have been compromised. The corruption managed to slip past our scheduled scans. Obviously an inside job.
To continue your training, activate the help programs that display the talk icon.
Tell me about player movement.
The basic player movements are forward, backward, strafe left, strafe right, crouch, and jump. The mouse is used to look around. You can also look around corners. Here's a help file with more information. That concludes the basics.
Tell me about my status display.
The status display shows your objectives and tasks. Press the Tab key to see an example. Here's a help file with more information.
Okay, finally.
Tell me about build points.
Done with
As
the
you gain
generic stuff.
experience in the digital world, build points will be added to your version number. At every milestone, you can use the build points to upgrade your performance ratings. Press the F1 key to access your performance ratings and distribute your initial set of build points.
Okay. So I'm going to talk a little more about how valuable each of these are later. For now, I'm just going to put everything into health for this first level, because I am playing on hard mode, and energy is not at a high priority in the early game.
Here's a help file with more information.
Yes, Oh, build notes. Okay, so there's 100 of these things. They give you a little bit of experience to increase your version number. You don't need to find all of them. I think you can get enough to get to your version number up to like 9.5. So if you only find around half of these things, you're set for max number of useful stuff.
Mathria has just requested an IO node link with you.
That's what that icon on the left means.
Tell me about IO nodes.
I/O nodes are how programs communicate when not in the vicinity of each other. I/O nodes, like most objects, require a permission set to activate. The segmented ring surrounding the reticle will indicate what permissions are missing. To activate an object such as this I/O node, face the object and press the Action key. I believe that's it.
You do not have the proper permission set to activate this object. This way, user.
Okay, permissions. There's a little circle between the health and energy bars that tells you which ones you have. They're like keys.
Activate this help program to learn about archive bins.
Tell me about archive bins.
Archive bins can contain permissions, emails, help files, and subroutines. Like most objects, they require a permission set to activate. To activate, face the archive bin and press the Action key. One useful note, an empty archive bin exhibits no item nodes. That about covers it.
Alright, they're also color-coded, so that blue thing means it's a permission.
Looks like you don't have the proper permission set to access this archive bin either. Wait, I've got it here somewhere. Here you go. Now that you have the proper permission set, activate the archive bin. To download an item from an archive bin, select the corresponding number on your keyboard.
And this costs energy.
Follow me back to the I/O node. You now have the correct permission set to receive the message from Mathria. To activate, face the I/O node.
Yes,
press
thank
the
you.
Action key.
Connecting to I/O grid.
Alan 2, you must obtain your disk before proceeding.
What do I need a disk for?
It will be your primary weapon against the corruption.
Node deactivated.
Handling a disk is tricky. I strongly suggest a quick combat tutorial. Follow me.
Okay, now for the combat tutorial.
Mathria has prepared a practice arena for you. The data stream leading to the arena is on the other side of this force field. Unfortunately, the binary bit operating this socket is missing.
Not quite.
Tell me about energy transfer.
Periodically, binary bits lack energy to operate properly. To transfer energy to a bit, face the bit, then press and hold the Action key. When the meter displayed in the HUD fills up, the transfer is complete.
Oh, He was going to tell me how to activate it. Whatever.
To be transported to the combat training arena, step into the data stream.
Data stream. Okay. Alright.
To pick up your disc, face it, and press the action key.
We'll do the combat training too. It is a smaller amount of XP for doing that. Sorry, build points.
Good. Now before we get started, use the patch routines to restore your health and energy to full capacity.
Alright, these things are very important.
Activate the health program when ready to start the combat training.
Alright. Health and energy. These do have a limited amount. You can't just keep charging up all day when you run low, but there are white ones that do have infinite energy.
Tell me about using the disc.
It's good practice to save your progress before entering into combat situations. Please do that now. Step onto the battle ring when ready.
Legal program. Yeah. What's gonna happen if I do illegally terminate this guy?
Illegal program termination.
It's just a help file, right? Who cares? Nope. I blue screened the whole system. That never happened. Nope, we're just gonna continue the combat training.
To throw the disc, click and release the left mouse button. To recall the disc, click the right mouse button. To steer the disc in mid-flight, click and hold the left mouse button. Moving the mouse will influence the path of the disc.
It's not much, a little bit.
To use the disc as a melee weapon, click the left mouse button while holding down the control key. To block an incoming enemy disc, press the right mouse button.
Very important.
Using the disc against this combat training program.
Stop executing escape routine.
Got lucky there. Blocked too early.
When a program is derezzed, a core dump containing energy, health, and quite often permissions and subroutines is left behind.
Oh, look at that.
If you wish to
He's got a
continue
permission.
practicing, activate the switch to res in another combat training program. Enter the data stream when finished.
Alright, those are important to get to quickly because they'll degrade over time. You get less health and energy. Their subroutines or permissions will always be there, though. Okay. Tutorial over.
The corruption has breached this section. Follow me to the exit, user.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, got me.
Step onto the platform.
I don't think you can block their little explosive balls. Health patch. Alright, this is an email. Virus alert to all personnel from IT. Unfortunately, not everyone has updated to the new virus protection software, and as a result, an unknown virus type has corrupted many systems on Group 7 lab server. We're working on the problem right now. Thank you for your patience, IT department. So, virus is getting a little crazy. Virus alert to all personnel from IT. Until further notice, do not download or upload files to the central source code server. We are doing our best to quarantine the virus, but its aggressive nature is making it extremely difficult. It's really unlike anything we've ever seen before. Sorry for the inconvenience, IT department. Alright. Who clicked on the stupid phishing email link?
Something's gone horribly wrong. Robbie failed to transmit a data packet to my user. He must have been corrupted. He was so young. So many cycles left.
That's rough, buddy.
The only way out is up through here.
Except
in the next sector,
it's too
there's
corrupted.
an archive bin that contains a subroutine that will enable you to jump higher. This way, user.
Over here real quick. Oh, build note. So the build note's positions are somewhat random. They're in a few different spots every time you play a level.
Locate the archive bin and retrieve the subroutine stored inside.
Alright, subroutines. Talk about those when I actually get one. Okay. Alright. Looks clear. We got an archive bin right here. An email and a permission we don't have. Cool. Award announcement to all personnel from management. We are thrilled to announce that our very own Mr. Alan Bradley has been awarded the highly coveted International Academy of Intelligence Artificial's Digital PAL Award for his latest iteration of Mathria. Please join us and Mr. Bradley in the employee lunchroom as we proudly present him the award certificate. Congratulations, Mr. Bradley, Senior Management. So I can move a little around the archive bin as I'm downloading, but you move too far and you'll lose the connection. Right, head down this way.
Greetings, program. My name is Rami. Please free me. I have an important packet to deliver.
Alright.
Thanks, program.
Could do that from your end, huh? And here's the subroutine we need. Oh, hello, Byte.
Subroutines augment a program's base abilities when loaded into system memory. To load a subroutine, press the F1 key to bring up the menu, and right-click on the subroutine in the outer ring. With the Y-amp loaded, your jump height is greater.
Thank you. Alright, so, yep, subroutine. Y-amp increases your jump height. I'll discuss what the levels mean later, but for right now, it's just red is alpha, increased jump height by 15%. Whoa! And we're under attack. Alright, I think I got him. Okay, down to half health. Alright, let's go around. Am I moving? Yeah, I was crouched. Health and energy here. Alright, and look, there's an archive bin. Let's get up to it. Alright, permission we already have, so we'll just get the email. Award announcement to all personnel from management. If you see Mr. Bradley, please inform him that he is needed in the employee lunchroom. Senior management. Okay, so this is a relatively recent email. They're only just now noticing Alan's missing. Look, there's that last build point up there. Build note. Whoop. Cactus. Alright, I'm not going to bother with that last build. Nope. Yeah. Just gotta keep moving to dodge those explosive things they launch. Hello.
Thanks, program. I was afraid my subroutines were going to become infected.
Follow me.
Okay, yeah, so your subroutines can become infected, and in fact, let's save that for later. Let's check ourselves out. Okay, alright, so when we got attacked by the virus, we got one of our memory blocks became defragmented. We're not a hard drive, so this doesn't really make much sense, but it's a nice status effect for a video game. So we can handle this by taking this, and while this segment is fragmented, we can't use it to put a subroutine in. So we can fix that by dragging it to defrag. And there's a progress bar in the upper right, along with all the subroutines we have installed. Oh, and this guy had a subroutine we can steal. Get some. Nope. Don't need energy. Alright, let's take a look at it. Oh, it's corrupted. Of course it is, because we got it from a virus. So we can use another procedure here to disinfect it. Okay, we can jump over this ledge now. Alright. So that's actually a fairly tricky jump. You need to be pushing right up against it. Okay, another archive bin. Already have the profiler, so just the email. Alright, word announcement to all personnel from management. Evidently, Mr. Bradley is not available to attend the award presentation. For those who are interested, a copy of the award certificate will be featured in the next company newsletter. Senior management. Okay, here's the exit. Let's wait for that disinfection to finish. It's almost done. There it is. And let's talk about it. Okay, Profiler gives you the ability to read vital information from targeted programs. So if you're looking at a program, it'll tell you at this level its name and health. This is a fun little thing. Sometimes the names of the enemies are amusing. So I'll try to keep it equipped, but it's... I just might not have space for it. It's not a high priority.
Kernel system scans indicate partitions 5 through 32 are infected. Block all write access privileges and send in more intrusion countermeasure programs. Yes, sir. Have you isolated the source? Not yet, sir. However, we've picked up the signature of an unauthorized program in the sector. Quarantine and bring the program to me immediately.
Okay, that's it for the first section. I'm gonna cut the video here, but I'll be publishing the next one at the same time. Just good to break up the video here. So, I'll see you next time. End of line.